suppose we have a rectangle. If you do not have a picture, you need to make sure that you draw one. Okay, so if we have a rectangle, it says the length is 3 centimeters less than the width. Well, so if we start with our width here, if it's 3 centimeters less, what am I going to do?
Minus 3.
We're going to minus 3. Okay, so our width is W minus 3. Oh. Okay, so then we want to set up our equation. Area of a rectangle is length times width. So we want to fill in our numbers here.
Why is the mouse thing blinking?
Because it's recording.
That's so awesome.
So it tells us that our area is what, 108? Okay, 108 is equal to our length, which is W minus 3, times our width, which is just W. You're going to get very comfortable with writing equations like that. And you need to be able to set them up. We're doing a lot of substitution. Sometimes it's a letter, sometimes it's a number, sometimes it's an expression. But this is what we're putting into that formula. So let's multiply it out. W times W is W squared minus 3W. Get rid of our parentheses.
Is it recording your voice too?
Yes.
That's so awesome!
And then we have W squared minus 3W. And we want to subtract 108 from both sides.
Oh.
So this is what we want to have as our expression.
How do you move it?
How we do what?
How do you make it you move it?
Because you have to move it to the other side.
Also,
Goes
it's
across
so it's going to be opposite of it.
Yeah, we move it across the step out. So, right here, there's our A, our B, and our C. And then you can finish working it from there with your quadratic
What's the
formula.
difference between the things we're doing right now? Is it like
You had to set it
something
up.
similar?
You had to set it up.
Oh.
Okay, so,
But we still use the
same thing from this point down.
Like the ABC thing?
Mm-hmm. Okay, look at number 4. So the building is modifying the visual space. One mirror is to be the shape of a triangle whose height is 6 feet left. Then slice the base of the mirror. Okay, so we have this right here. You don't have a triangle here, so you need to draw one. Okay, well, since this is making a reference to the base, we're going to start with the base right here. The height of a triangle is that right there. And it tells us our height is 6 feet less and twice the base. So we have to do this part first. Twice the base minus 6. And that's our height. So what is our formula for area of a triangle? Okay, base times height divided by 2. Well, this is my height, and that's my base. So we have to substitute that in. Area is equal to our base, which is just our b, times our height, which is 2b minus 6. All that's divided by 2. And if we want to, we can go ahead and put 108 right here.
Are all of them 108?
Mm-mm. So let's see, what are we going to get here? We have 108. Right, we have 2b squared minus 6b divided by 2. You have to be careful when you're dividing like this. If this goes into both of those numbers, you can simplify it. If that was maybe b squared minus 6b, it didn't have a 2 there, you can't just divide and say, oh, I'm just going to divide part of it. It has to go to everything or nothing. So here we can simplify. 2 goes into 2 once. 2 goes into 6 3. So we've got 1b squared minus 3b. We've got to bring our 108 over here. So now again we've got our A, our B, and our C. And you can use your formula. So let's put these in, go back to the first one, and let's work it out, and see what you come up with. So. So if we've got x is equal to the opposite of b, this first number makes a big difference. Takia and Marissa both had the same answer in absolute value, but they had opposite signs because of the number in the beginning. And that's what will happen, is that you will get basically the same problem that you worked out, but your signs are switched. So if that's negative, this should be positive 3 in the beginning. Now under here, it's going to still be negative 3 squared.
Told you.
The width
No,
is
you did
9.
not.
How's it negative?
No,
It's minus 3, doesn't it?
liar. I told you.
Okay, so when we first plug in numbers, that's what we should end up with. So if we simplify a little bit, under here, 9 minus, this is important too, because if this is not negative, you're going to end up with a different answer. We should end up with 441 under here.
What? I got 441, but I forgot to make it positive.
You took the square root. And so then you take the square root,
Oh, so I'm right. Yeah,
you get 21
Oh, okay.
over 2. And be sure you remember that when we take the square root, we don't have a sign over 21. One of you put it there, don't use it, but we don't have this. The square root of this is 21. Period. So, and then Lexus, this is what you were asking. Once we get down to this point, we have 3 plus 21 divided by 2. We want to do the top part first. So that's 24 divided by 2, which is positive 12. And then we have the other one where we do the subtraction. 3 minus 21 divided by 2. That gives us negative 18 over 2, which is negative 9. If we just had a generic problem like this that was not an application, both of those would be a choice, because what that's telling us is that this equation crosses at 12 and negative 9, like this. Okay, but for this one, since it's talking about measurement and how long is the side, we can't have a side that's negative. So we want the 12.
No.
Okay. Yeah.